Published 0717 Est, the 25th of December 2017, updated 1401 Est, the 25th of December 2017. The UK is basking in balmy weather for this time of year, but some hopeful punters are still dreaming of a white Christmas with a spike in bets placed on snow to fall today. Bookmakers have reported a surge in customers having a flutter on a flurry of snow in 13 of the UK's biggest cities. Aberdeen has the shortest odds at 21 for snowfall, while Birmingham and Manchester are both on 61, with London trailing on 81. The warm weather brought out brave swimmers who took part in festive dips in the North Sea at Tynemouth as well as in the Serpentine Lido, Hyde Park. A Met Office spokesman confirmed it was unseasonably warm but could not rule out snow. This swimmer made the most of the balmy 12th sea weather today and took part in the Christmas Day swim at Porthcawl, South Wales. Bookies have taken a flurry of bets on it being a white Christmas. Despite the mild conditions, White Christmas twin sisters Caroline and Stephanie Adams, 28, dressed up as angels as they took the plunge for the annual Christmas dip in South Wales, wearing little more than a Father Christmas jacket. This swimmer braved the cold for the festive dip in South Wales' own Christmas reveller was dressed as Father Christmas as she frolicked in the sea in Brighton. She was there for the annual festive swim in the Channel. The UK is enjoying unseasonably warm weather this Christmas, but that has not stopped hopeful punters placing bets on a white Christmas. This sunrise was pictured this morning in Tynemouth. Bookmakers have reported a surge in customers having a flutter on a flurry of snow in 13 of the UK's biggest cities. Pictured the sun rising over St Mary's Lighthouse in Tynemouth on Christmas morning. The warm weather enticed out hundreds of brave swimmers to take part in the annual Christmas swim at the Serpentine Lido in Hyde Park. These were some of the swimmers who braved the North Sea's icy waters on Christmas morning as they took part in the annual dip at King Edward's Bay in Tynemouth. These hardy swimmers gathered at the crack of dawn at King Edward's Bay in Tynemouth to take part in the annual Christmas Day dip. Swimmers basked in the 12th sea heat as they took a dip in the icy waters at the Serpentine Lido, Hyde Park. Despite the warm weather, the Met Office could not rule out a white Christmas. Optimistic punters have rushed to back a white Christmas despite the warm weather. Temperatures of 12 C lured the swimmers to the Serpentine Lido in Hyde Park this morning. This swimmer stopped to catch a breath at the annual Christmas swim at the Serpentine Lido in London's Hyde Park. Bookmakers have recorded a spike in betting on a white Christmas. Britain is currently experiencing unseasonably warm weather. These swimmers made the most of it at the annual dip at the Serpentine Lido in Hyde Park. They said for most places it will be fairly mild. Across England and Wales it should stay around 12 C. That's quite mild, as the average for this time of year is 7 or 8 C. Throughout the day a cold front will move inwards, bringing heavy rain to Northern Ireland and Northern England. The definition that the Met Office uses to define a white Christmas is for one snowflake to be observed falling in the 24 hours of the 25th of December somewhere in the UK. Traditionally they used to use a single location in the country to define a white Christmas, which was the Met Office building in London. However, with the increase in betting on where we'll see a white Christmas, the number of locations have increased and can now include sites such as Buckingham Palace, Belfast Aldergrove Airport, Aberdeen Pittodrie, Aberdeen FC, Edinburgh Castle, Coronation Street in Manchester and the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. They also analyse the data from their observing stations around the UK to provide a complete picture of where snow has fallen or was lying on Christmas Day. Source: Met Office. It will also be fairly windy, with gusts of 70 miles per hour for the most exposed areas such as Cumbria. Then as the night comes in, temperatures will drop quite quickly as that band of heavy rain passes through. It could be a white Christmas for hills and higher grounds. The Met Office said parts of North Wales will probably see some snow, and the north of England and Scotland may also enjoy a white Christmas. Boxing Day is expected to have a bright, dry start, but a weather system will push through southern England, bringing with it heavy rain. Temperatures will plunge in the evening and the rain could turn to sleet or snow across the country. The Met Office spokesman added, "It's difficult to predict for Boxing Day. It's on the verge of sleet and snow. It probably won't stick because there will be a lot of rain around. The rest of the week is expected to be dry and bright." Coral spokesman Harry Aikenhead said it may be punters betting with their hearts rather than their heads, but over the last few months we have taken a record number of bets on this year being a white Christmas. We will be paying out long into Boxing Day if snow does fall. The definition that the Met Office uses to define a white Christmas is for one snowflake to be observed falling in the 24 hours of the 25th of December somewhere in the UK. Traditionally they used to use a single location in the country to define a white Christmas, which was the Met Office building in London. However, with the increase in betting on where we'll see a white Christmas, the number of locations have increased and can now include sites such as Buckingham Palace, Belfast Aldergrove Airport, Aberdeen Pittodrie Aberdeen FC, Edinburgh Castle, Coronation Street in Manchester and the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. They also analysed the data from their observing stations around the UK to provide a complete picture of where snow has fallen or was lying on Christmas Day. In at the deep end, swimmers dived into the water at Serpentine Lido in Hyde Park this morning. A spokesman for bookmakers Coral said the surge of bets on a white Christmas could be punters acting with their hearts rather than their minds. Temperatures at Hyde Park for the annual Christmas swim reached a balmy 12°C ready, set. The festive swimmers prepared to dive into the Serpentine this morning as the country bathed in unseasonably warm weather. Confirming it was unseasonably warm, the Met Office said it still could not rule out snow falling in some parts of the UK. Swimmers gathered at Tynemouth Beach pictured this morning for the annual Christmas dip. The definition that the Met Office uses to define a white Christmas is for one snowflake to be observed falling in the 24 hours of the 25th of December somewhere in the UK. Pictured swimmers at the Serpentine Lido in Hyde Park this morning wearing Santa swimming shorts and a Santa hat. This brave swimmer made the most of the balmy weather to take part in the annual Christmas swim at the Serpentine Lido in Hyde Park. London swimmers Malcolm Fiddler, 60, and Mallory Smith, 65, spent their Christmas morning wading through the waves at King Edward's Bay in Tynemouth. Many people spent the morning opening presents around the Christmas tree, but these brave swimmers took a dip in the North Sea at Tynemouth. One swimmer gave the thumbs up to the camera as he climbed out of the Serpentine Lido in London's Hyde Park. Festive swimmers prepared to take the plunge at King Edward's Bay in Tynemouth this morning. Hands up if you're having fun. Kerry Elston Doherty Centre and Estelle Zarnemorn Centre left looked to be enjoying themselves in Tynemouth this morning.